At the Cannes Film Festival, films representing Middle Eastern countries have grown increasingly popular through the years in the official selection, Cannes Market, and Short Films Corner.
Well, I went to school at USC Cinema over in Los Angeles, and it just so happened, not through the cinema school, just sort of through odd classes, that I ended up meeting a few Kuwaiti kids who were here studying like abroad on a sort of exchange program, and we became really good friends. And we were just talking about movies a lot, and they had brought up the fact that apparently in the country of Kuwait, very few films had actually ever been made. We were looking for funding. We went to the Kuwait Ministry of the Arts to see if maybe the state could help sponsor us and stuff. And generally, we were met with a lot of skepticism. And more than once, people actually said, what are you doing? Movies don't actually get made in Kuwait. And we thought long and hard about, what would we want to say, being an American to Kuwaitis trying to write a movie, and then an American then trying to direct in the Middle East. And we thought that would be a good point to start. The idea that everywhere you go, despite any violence, despite any political divisions, everyone's kind of the same, especially kids.
It was extremely hard for me when I was much younger to be an Iranian, because this one-word answer for everybody, like where do you come from, American, Portuguese, Spanish, for me that was 3 hours, 3/4 hour of justification, of this is like this, but this is not like that, and my father doesn't ride a camel, and he doesn't have 55 wives, and etc., etc. The whole subjectivity and the whole activity that you have while you're reading a comic, because you have to be active as a reader, because you have to make the whole movement between two frames, you do it yourself. In a movie, you see it and you're passive, and so I can just say the things the way I want it even more, with the movie. So I hope that with the distribution that seems to be good, because the Sony Classics, they have already bought the movie for America, and we have sold it in most of the European countries and everything. I hope that more people they will see it. Plus, another thing is that the culture of comics is not a very international culture. You have it in France, you have it in America, you have it in Japan, but it's not so worldwide. While the cinema is, no matter what country in the world, they watch movies, but not all of them, they read comics. So we hope that to touch more people, of course.
There's a natural interest in the Middle East right now, I think, because of how highly politicized it is, especially for Americans. There's not a single American alive right now who doesn't daily get an update on what life in the Middle East is like. So, obviously I found the region very interesting and so kind of foreign from my lifestyle, but I'd done a good deal of traveling before we had written this script, and something that constantly just kept occurring to me in all countries is that, as much as people are, kind of different and cultures are different, people sort of shoot each other an evil eye when they're walking down the street if you look like a foreigner maybe, in the end everyone's still kind of the same, and you mainly see that highlighted in kids. I remember it actually kind of occurred to me, I was in Turkey one day, and there were these two kids just running around wrestling, throwing oranges at each other, I think, and it was just, it all of a sudden I felt like I was watching myself and some friends of mine when we were 5 as well, because I don't, it's not a movie designed to be sort of extreme on either end, I don't think. And so when people come back with a negative reaction because it wasn't pro-Arab or wasn't pro-American, I kind of enjoy that sort of reaction, because I think it's not supposed to be, either. It should be maybe just pro-childhood, I guess you could call it. So I think the Middle Eastern film industry is going to grow, regardless. I don't think you could stop it, because it is such a well-off, region of the world, the Arab Gulf, that movies can be made and movies can be posted online very easily, and so I think that they'll be consumed.